One story behind the Easter exhibition Now with Me. In the middle of Manhattan, a city filled with darkness and temptation, this exhibition became a place where the light of life could shine. Through each space, image, and story, we are reminded of the hope found in the resurrection. Now, we hear from the people who brought this exhibition to life.
Yeah, we start from very small projects like projection mapping on the corner in the room, and then somehow we start to developing of Easter project. So what we did was to bring in ideation first, how to transform Bible as text into experience. So we actively embrace interactive arts.
It began with one question. What if people could experience the Bible, not just read it? Through interactive art, the exhibition invited people to experience Scripture not just as words, but as something they could see, feel, and encounter.
So when he told me that, okay, you can just tell me whatever you want, and I started to write what kind of story I want to tell, and I started to really dream about what effect or what image I want to put in this exhibition, and he was just like, okay, and I'm very shocked that it became a reality.
So the main idea of this show was how can we make people not to feel Bible as someone has the story, but their own story. So what we tried was to help them to actively interact with the biblical context. For example, Adam and Eve forbidden fruit, nailing Jesus' cross, or watching the empty tomb.
So when we think about Easter, we normally think about the empty tomb or the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Yes, it is the climax of God's love, when God's love was proven, but actually His love has never stopped since the beginning. And during this Easter, I really wanted all the congregations and all the youth kids to really understand that His love has never stopped throughout the history, and actually His love is continuing to his or her life.
The goal was not simply to explain the Bible, but to let people step inside its story. A moment where the Bible is no longer someone else's story, but becomes their own.
The challenge was how to recruit people based on what they're good at. What we prepared was very immersive art, like sound, fabrication, even technology, and embracing AI even. So I went to my own community called M2, and I saw so many talented people like doing cinema scoring or fabrication or graphic design. Some people are very actively engaged with AI and stuff.
I know that at our church, a lot of people has talents like Sky, and I know that a lot of people has been thinking about how they can use this talent to give good impact on others, such as helping others to realize God's love. And through this exhibition, I was able to see that many people were able to come together and really experience that their talents can be used in a good purpose.
Among those gifts, sound played a key role. It helped shape the emotion of the space, guiding people deeper into the story.
So we started off with a general meeting where all the directors and artists gathered together and shared ideas about each section. And as I listened to their visions, I started brainstorming ideas about how the music is going to be sounded. Since I draw a lot of inspiration from a visual work that is close to its completion, I composed on site during the installation, and that helped me to reflect every single detail from the actual design and incorporate into the basic. My goal was to deliver the biblical narrative as a unified story and create a space where God is glorified.
While music carried the emotion, technology helped give the story a visual form.
So I created 2 snakes videos with AI and Jesus walking with the cross. Total 3 AI videos. It was frustrated a couple times because I was not really control the full process of video generation. So I just have to try a bunch of times to get the right one.
난 좋은데? 괜찮죠?
야 이거야.
But bringing this vision to life was not without challenges.
So biggest challenge for us to divide this limited space into specific section, like 8 to 9 different section. So what we did was we lay out it first, and then we bought curtain and poles to make the specific journey path. And yeah, thankfully it turned out pretty well.
And through every limitation, the exhibition became something greater than they had imagined.
처음에 이런 전시회를 기획한다고 했을 때 너무 브릴리언트하고 너무 좋다. 왜냐하면 요한일서 1장 1절에 보면은 태초부터 있어서 생명의 말씀에 대해서는 귀로 들은 바요, 눈으로 본 바요 뿐만 아니라 손으로 만진 바다 얘기했는데 이 말씀이 우리 맨하탄에서 그대로 또 우리 세대와 다음 세대를 위해서 준비될 수 있어서 너무 익사이팅했는데 정말 기대 이상으로 너무너무 좋았고, 실제로 우리 믿는 성도들뿐만 아니라 믿지 않는 성도들에게 이 전시회를 소개했을 때 예수님을 영접하고 또 나의 주 나의 하나님으로 고백하는 영혼구원의 역사까지 있었던 전시회라, 정말 이 기획은 사람의 생각으로부터 시작된 게 아니라 하나님으로부터 시작된 생각이다. 놀라운 전시회라 그렇게 생각합니다.
But the impact of the exhibition was not only found in the space itself, it was found in the people who walked through it.
Throughout this exhibition, I was blessed to see many people's reaction. I could tell that the elder people were very touched. People were crying, and they were able to reflect on their journey with God. And also, I was able to see younger people, like Sky, who was able to dream about how they can participate into something like this. And also, I was able to see little kids who are so happy to experience such a cool thing. So I think most memorable thing is that through this one exhibition, so many people were affected in a good way.
What began as one person's dream became a shared vision for the whole community.
I realized that through this exhibition, I can dream about anything and someone can make it happen.
Yeah, I always hope that I can help people to dream bigger. And throughout this project, I'm glad that I see people had bigger dream and even start to plan their next year and next project. So I'm really happy that I contributed for this community to dream bigger.
What began as a small idea became more than an exhibition. It became a place where people encountered God's love, felt the hope of Jesus' resurrection, and began to see Scripture as their own story. Over 7 days, through the hands of 24 volunteers, this exhibition welcomed nearly 700 people. Yet everything came back to one story.
Yeah, this project is over now. But one thing for sure is that we're doing bigger. While it may be the end for some people, for us, it's just beginning.
연습 찍는 거야? 피날레로 일을 한 번씩 아 진짜 한 번만 봐주세요.
Happy Easter. Happy Easter.